It's Monday, August 29th, and it hasn't yet even been a week since we received devastating diagnoses and our world turned upside down. The lessons are coming so fast and furiously and of such magnitude, and the ride is like the most excruciating but yet beautiful ride at the same time. It's like this roller coaster of spirituality and humanness that really has no words at times. And so it strikes me that it's important to share. The thing that's gotten us through this past week really has been sharing. We've had our inner circles reach out to their inner circles to reach out to their inner circles, and people just circle upon circle. And as I was praying yesterday and meditating, I had this image of the cross and the horizontal arms of the cross extending, going, wrapping themselves all around the globe almost. And as I did so, I felt this sense of lightness, and it strikes me that as we share, our burden gets lighter. If we're all carrying pieces of that weight, bearing that cross, it lightens our load, makes it easier to carry, right? And so we need one another. It's more than a saying. It's really the essence of what life is about. And this journey is just not our journey. It's a journey for everybody that is involved in whose life it touches in some way. And I feel this responsibility almost, not to others, but to God, to be sharing as I'm learning and growing and our experiences are unfolding. Because the thing that's been striking both Kevin and I the most through this is just really our spiritual awakening. And it's like people spend their entire life looking for that peace and knowing that comes only really, unfortunately, it seems, through suffering, or so we are told, at least. I do have to say, I do feel like many of us learn, and I've been prepping for this our entire life. But if you look at how life is, there's always degrees of expansion and constriction, and suffering and challenges and obstacles are part of those constrictions and how we learn and grow. And so they might not be big, but principle of life is that there is suffering, right? There's no escaping suffering. And for all these years, I've been developing and writing and trying to get work out there, helping people learn about how to keep their sparkle, how to come closer into their light through their experiences and their reactiveness, and looking at layers of trauma physically, mentally, and spiritually, and recognizing that they can move from living in a state of reactivity where they're victims of their own lives to empowering skills and certain traits through methods and through different things that I've learned in the way that I was showing up to help people with, to develop the skills to move into a real state of true love and the essence of that word, and liberation and freedom and enlightenment. And here we are. And as our pastor in church yesterday was starting to share about the story of Peter, and he said, people through suffering, that is how this learning of love is expedited. And most people want it to be expedited as fast as possible, like Amazon Prime. And Kevin and I looked at each other and said, no, you don't. No, you don't, because that's where we are right now. But in that, here's where we're at. And for whatever that's worth, whatever suffering you're going through, knowing that support is available, and there are ways to help lighten your own load. And looking at